Hey everyone, and welcome back to Divi Perfect. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create this amazing scrolled mask effect that you see right here within Divi 5 while only using a few lines of CSS and JavaScript and native Divi modules. So to start, I'm just going to head over to a blank page, and within that blank page, I'm going to make sure I have a section as well as a row. Then I'm going to click on the section's cog icon, head over to background, make sure it has a background color of black, and then we're going to duplicate it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on the first section's cog. I'm going to head over to design, sizing, and just make sure it has a min height of 200 view height and padding top and bottom of 0 pixels. From there, I'm going to head over to the assigned presets option on the top right of my screen, click on the cog icon, go to advanced and positioning, and just make sure I have a Z index of 2. And I'm just going to say presets. And then I'm going to manually give the first section a Z index of 1. And then I'm just going to quickly explain why that's important. Because what you want to happen is you want it to scroll beneath the sections on the rest of your site. So you can see here I have this nice effect. And the only way to do that is by playing with the Z indexes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head over to the row settings, go to design, sizing, and just make sure it's set to 100% for both width and max width. And then as well, give it a min height of 100 view height. So you can see here, as I scroll down the page, you can see there is still space below my row within this section. Head over to advanced attributes and give it a class of masked row. And I'm just going to copy that. And I'm going to head over to my layers panel and just make sure that the row's name is set to the same. That way I don't get confused later on. From there, I'm just going to head over to the theme options. I'm going to copy and paste the CSS as well as the JavaScript I have in the description below. Now you can see here, there are 3 URLs. The first one is for the background image itself, and the second 2 are for SVG images that I'm using for the mask. Now the reason why I use SVG images is because I don't want it to lose quality as it's scaling up and down. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to integration and just copy and paste the script. And then I'm just going to save changes. I'm going to head back over to my page, save that. And I'm just going to quickly view it in a new tab. So I'm just going to click on the exit with my middle mouse button. And you can see here on scroll, it scales up. Now I want it to stick with me as I'm scrolling down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my section setting. I'm going to head over to scroll effects. And I'm just going to give it a stick to top. And then I'm going to head over to my masked row positioning and just give a position of absolute. Now when I refresh and go back to that page, you can see here it stays with me as I scroll, and at the same time the section below covers it. And now I'm going to show you how to add the text that you see right here. As you can see, when I scroll down the page, it fades up as well as has a slight negative margin on scroll. And this is using Divi's native scroll settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head back into my page, going to right click on the masked row and just add a new element above. I'm going to call this one text. Once I click onto the row settings, go to design, give it a sizing mid height of 100 view height, the width, and make sure it's set to 90%. And for me, I'm just going to give it a max width of 192 since my screen is a bit larger. Then I'm going to head over to layouts and make sure my line items is set to the middle. From there, I'm just going to copy and paste the text as well as the button stylings that I have from my other page. And now for the text itself on the left and right of your screen, what you want to do is you want to click onto the little plus icon there, add in a new text module. I'm just going to paste it in and then go to head over to design. Just make sure that the text has been set to light. Then I'm going to go to advanced, scroll effects, and I'm going to give it a scroll transform effect, enable vertical motion. And I'm going to set that starting to 0 and the ending offset to negative 0.1. And then I'm going to head over to fade in and fade out. And I'm just going to make sure that this is enabled as well. Set the starting opacity to 100. Ending opacity to 0. From there, I'm just going to copy the module and paste it on the other side. And we're going to head back into the text, design, and I'm just going to make sure the text alignment is set to right. Now, when I save this and give it a quick refresh and I scroll down the page, it has that nice little animation effect. And that's it from me for today's tutorial. I hope you learned something new, and let me know what you think in the comments below.